Hello and welcome. I'm Laura. This full body yoga practice is designed to stretch your entire body. I like to call it the head, shoulders, knees and toes routine because we're going to start right at the top of our head and we're going to work all the way down to the tips of our toes. The props you may want to have today at hand are some bricks and a belt. You can use whatever you have at home, maybe some tins, books, or a belt, scarf, whatever you need. So if you want to get those, bring them over. And we're going to meet in a nice comfortable seat on our mat. So find that position for you, whatever it may be, cross-legged, kneeling, feeling that connection to the earth. Inhaling tall through the spine, lengthening up. Shoulders melting down the back, lengthening up through the neck, the crown of the head. As we gently release the chin to the chest. Feeling that nice long stretch across the neck. Inhaling back up to center. Dropping your left ear down to your left shoulder for a lovely stretch in the side neck. Options here to take the right arm out to the side. Fingertips can touch the mat. And you can bring the left hand to rest on the top of the head, not pulling, just adding a little bit of weight. As you feel that lovely long diagonal line coming all the way up through the body. Stretching, opening the neck. And releasing back to center. And dropping your right ear over to the right shoulder. Option to take the left arm out to the side, reach the fingertips to the floor. That lovely long line. You may take the right hand, placing it softly on the head, just as a bit of extra weight. So you feel that stretch and opening in the neck. Inhaling back to center. And working down into our shoulders. We'll come into some eagle arms together. Sweeping the arms out, bringing them around. We'll start with taking the left arm over the right. You may just want to stay here today and hug the sides of your shoulders. Or you could wrap the arms around for your eagle arms, entwining around, wrapping around one another as they come to meet in prayer hands. Inhaling the arms up and away. Lifting up through the side body. Exhaling to unravel back to center. Sweeping the arms back, up and round. The opposite side now, so taking the right arm over the left. Again, this may be where you want to stay today. If you want to wrap the arms and twine them around like two snakes. Reaching together. Just clasping the palms, the fingers to the palm. Inhaling the arms up and out. Feeling that broadening across the back of the shoulders. That lovely stretch. Broadening and opening. Opening up that back body. As you exhale to unwind. Take the counter pose to that for opening up our chest. And taking the arms, sweeping them behind you. This may be where you want to have a belt or a scarf. Or clasp the hands behind us. Or you take your belt, clasping, drawing them down the back and out. Feeling that lifting of the chest. A very gentle little back bend here, but focusing up through the chest. Upper body opening up, inviting that space, that breath into the front body, shining up and out. Exhaling to release back to center. And we'll take a small camel here together. So if you're sitting in Sukhasana with your legs crossed, now might be a good time to come up and join us in Hero's Pose here, in your kneeling position. Sweeping the arms back round, lifting them behind, just coming up on the fingertips. This may be when you might want to have some bricks as well, you could lean on. And lifting that chest up. You slowly bring the chest up, shining it up and forward. Just pressing back into the fingertips to help lift you up. Creating that lovely opening in the front body. Pressing forward as we stretch the back, opening the front body and releasing back to center. And we'll move down into our hips. So coming up from this lovely kneeling position, find a nice space on your mat, center yourself. As you bring your left leg forward, come into a form of a low lunge here, your Anjaneyasana. As you bring forward, lean forward into the lunge. And you might just want to stay here, or as well you might want to have bricks. As you come down to rest the right hand down next to the foot. Again, this might be where you want to stay. It's a little bit of a lizard pose crossed with your low lunge. And possibly coming down even lower, taking the right hand down. And if you want to deepen the stretch further, you can take your left arm to place it onto the left thigh. And slowly push over to the side. You can come even lower for your lizard, if that feels accessible for you today. Breathing into this stretch. Coming back up slowly, bringing the leg back to center, framing the front foot as you bring yourself back up. Taking that left foot back and bringing the right foot forward to repeat on the other side. Again, options here for how deep you want to go today, what feels right in your body. Leaning forward into your low lunge, and you may wish to stay here. Or maybe taking that left hand down to the side, either to the mat or on a brick. Pressing into there, feeling that lovely opening in the hip. Possibly taking that right hand onto the left thigh. Just taking it very gently out to the side. Feeling that opening in the hip. Again, you may wish to go deeper into your lizard variation here. Feeling that opening, that stretch into the hips. And inhaling to come back up to center. Slowly finding your center. Bringing that leg back round to the side. And we're going to repeat our low lunge again for a nice stretch in our legs. Bringing that left foot forward again. This may be again where you want to have some bricks at the ready potentially. Putting them to your side. So we're going to lean forward to our low lunge and come back into our half split. Bringing the hips back, straightening that front left leg, turning the toes up, flexing the foot. Inhaling to come back into your low lunge. Exhaling back into your half split or runner's lunge. Inhaling forward. And exhaling back. Inhale, coming back up to center. Bringing that left foot back behind you and repeating on the other side. So we'll bring your right foot forward, planting it strongly into the mat. Inhaling forward for your low lunge. Exhaling the hips back for your half split, straightening that front leg. Lifting the toes up, flexing the foot. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Inhaling forward. Leaning into that lunge. Exhaling back, straightening that front leg. Curling down. And inhaling back to center again. Bringing that leg back round. We can slowly come back down onto our seat. Moving the bricks out of the way, or whatever props you may have. Meeting back in the center again into our hero's pose. Now we're going to work, as we've gone all the way down from our head, our shoulders, our back, our hips, our legs. Now it's time to go all the way down into our toes. So from here in our hero's pose, see if you can come forward onto your hands and tuck the toes underneath. So raise seat, take the seat back onto those feet. Hopefully you might feel that lovely stretch up the back of the soles of the feet, opening up. Pressing back with the toes. You can really feel like you're clawing the toes into the mat, pulling them back. Feeling that opening, that stretch across the back of the soles of the foot. And then leaning back forward to uncurl the toes. Press them back down into the mat. Then we'll counteract that on the other side. So taking our arms back round behind us, a little bit like our mini camel we did again earlier, but this time you're just going to use the hands to keep your balance. Let me take myself a bit further forward so you can see. Pressing the hands behind. And see if you can gently lift, counteract the weight, bringing the knees up into the air a little bit. And feel that stretch across the ankles, the top of the foot there into the mat. You can press back as far as you feel is comfortable for you. Again, you could have the hands rested on blocks here. You can bend the elbows, keep them straight. Opening up the backs of those feet. Stretching them, feeling that balance. And when you're ready, you press the arms and gently lower the knees back down to center. Taking a moment to soak up that full body stretch. Putting one hand on heart, the other on the belly. Giving thanks to yourself today for connecting your mind and your body and allowing yourself the opportunity to nurture your well-being. And take this feeling with you throughout your day. See if you can notice how it positively impacts your interaction with others and also with yourself. Inhaling